Hello everyone, peace be upon you all. As we all know, these days, or we can say since history, some people love to do things that they are not supposed to. People engage in some kind of unwanted and uncultured acts that defame them or their whole family, sometimes even their whole community. Today, addiction has become the worst issue almost everywhere in the whole world. We have to take steps to stop people getting into these things or in any related acts. Addiction is a psychological and physical inability to stop consuming a chemical drug, activity, or substance even though it is causing psychological and physical harm. It's a disorder that makes people do the same thing again and again because it is pleasurable or valuable to that person. It includes both substances and activities such as sex and gambling. People are being addicted to some kind of drugs, alcohol, pornography, mobile or PC games, and many more. There are many theories that says people get addicted to things because of the repetitive involvement in the same things makes our brain obsessive for something, and if we don't consume or use those things, then we feel weak and uncomfortable. In case of drug addiction, if a person controls himself to avoid drugs, they feel weakness and uncontrollable until they get drugs in some few amount. But this is not completely the truth as far as I have learned about addiction. Because if it was the truth, people who has been treated for a long time in a single bed of a hospital could have been addicted to his medications even after the treatment is completed. What's common across all substances and behavioral addictions is their stunning ability to increase levels of an important chemical in the brain called dopamine. Dopamine is a molecule that ferries messages across the brain's reward center. It's what gives people the feeling of pleasure and reinforces behaviors critical for survival. When someone engages in some kind of pleasurable experience, the same circuitry is activated. There is many news coming out every day related to addiction. People get addicted to things and starts living their own life in an unlawful way. Addiction of anything may lead a person to cut off the relations with their loved ones. People stop socializing and starts getting in the darkness of addiction. Since history, most of the victims were addicted to drugs, and now in 21st century, most of us are getting addicted to the virtual world. Once a person is addicted to something, they start spending a lot of money and time in some useless things and stays away from their family most of the time. It affects mental health, physical health, work, study, personal life, and almost everything. There are many cases where people commit suicide if they could not get what they want, and even some people kills another one for money, or we can say for their nasty desires. Iran, Afghanistan, Russia, United States of America, and the Great Britain are some of the great nations with the highest number of drug-addicted victims. There are different organizations and rehab centers to treat these kinds of people in a better way, giving them a new life to enjoy and spend more time with the one they love. Almost every country in the world have established a rehab center for different types of addictions. They train the patients to control their urges against doing something addicted, and they also provide them physical trainings to make them strong again like before. They use some protocols to do these things to make their life beautiful again. A person who is not addicted to anything can spend quality of time with his family and friends, work properly, study can be improved amazingly, and with better consciousness, a person can earn a lot of money and respect by his works and behavior. Without addiction, life can really be so healthy and beautiful. At last, I would like to say that if you find anyone in your contact, like friends or any relatives, getting into these things, you should at least try to keep them away from addictions and help them to make their life meaningful. Please subscribe to my channel for more informational videos like this one, and don't forget to comment down your opinions in the comment section below.